Hi, I'm Aiman, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing and first impression of the enhanced laptop cooling stand. Because of the pandemic, a lot of people, mainly children and teenagers like me, and also adults, are starting to use laptops. In my case, I've been using desktops, but that was only for a few months. Up to that point, I've been using laptops, and actually, before I got my desktop, I've been using a laptop similar to this one. The laptop right here is actually my mom's laptop. So today what we're going to do is we're going to test this enhanced cooling stand on my mom's laptop. Actually, the real reason that we got this stand was because of Hizami. Hizami also has a laptop, and like many people who are using a laptop in this time, he's using it upwards of 8 hours a day. And his laptop often gets overheated. And Hizami, you want to speak about your experiences with it? Well, he can't take it. And after buying my desktop, we got some Dow rewards points. So we decided to use those rewards points to buy this cooling stand for Hizami. Because, like I said, his computer gets too hot. And the only person in our family who's used a cooling stand is my brother Amiral. But he's only used it for gaming. So it's exciting to see how exactly Hizami will utilize this cooling stand for his work at MIT. Yeah, I know, right? It's cool that my brother goes to MIT. But enough about the story. I'm sure this is what you guys all came here for. And right now we're going to move this box aside. And before we unbox it, we're going to just take a look at the box. This is what it looks like on the front, on the top, on the side, on the back, on the other side, and on the bottom. So now, we're going to unbox it. Okay. There we go. Here are our first impressions of the cooling stand. I'm going to take it out of this plastic wrapping. And it looks like it only comes with the connector cable and the cooling stand. Okay, so I'll put the manual down here. But now, let me flip over the cooling stand. Okay, so as you can see, the brand name is Enhanced. It's actually one of the cheaper models, maybe the cheapest online right now. This is actually $25, while most of the models online are around $50, $60. And we're going to be talking about features in a second, but first off, Hizami, first impressions?
Looks pretty cool.
You think that's cool? It actually has LEDs in it. So you're going to become a gamer. I mean, I'm just kidding. What I'm saying is that LEDs are often associated with people who use gaming computers, but even if your computer has LEDs in it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use it for gaming. Just a tip for you kids. But you're not going to use this for gaming, right?
No.
Okay, so anyway, let's talk about the features. Alright, so now you might be curious what these LEDs look like. So we're actually going to connect this to the computer and give you a first demonstration of what this looks like. So first off, hey Bella. We might have to cut for this. Okay. The connector port is on the, looks like it's on the back here. Oh wait, actually no, that's the USB ports. Wait, actually? These are both USB connectors, so this...
USB to USB.
Yes. My mom's in the background. Hey. And we're going to connect it on this side. It doesn't really matter. And there we go. Now, the reason I'm silent is because, according to their advertising, this is actually ultra quiet fans. In my experience with computers, yeah, it's pretty quiet actually. As you can see, there's one big fan in the middle here, and 4 big fans on the side. Apparently, according to the advertising, this actually spins at around half the RPM of the other fans. This one's 1300, this one is 2600, I believe. So as you can hear, it's not all that loud. I'm sure, as you all know, the most important thing about a cooling stand isn't how quiet it is, even though that is important, but how well it cools. So actually, Hizami here is going to put his hand over it and see how well it cools him down.
Okay. Yeah, feels pretty cool.
So as you can see, it's passed the Hizami seal of approval. But anyway, Hizami is very busy, so thanks for guest starring on the show.
Thanks for having me.
We'll deliver this cooling stand to you right after we're done with the stand. But for now, thanks so much.
Okay.
You want to take Bella?
See right there.
All right. So now let's talk more about the features. So one thing that is important about this stand is that it also has adjustability. The first adjustability is in the physical footprint of the model. So by the way, this fits 17-inch laptops at max, and this is actually, I believe, a 15-inch laptop. It would be really bad if I didn't know that because I've had this laptop for like over a year. But this should be able to hold up to 17-inch big 17-inch laptops. And what you can do is you can actually put this at an angle. Not only can you rest the laptop on these pads here, you can also raise the angle of the cooling stand on the back here. So if you take a look at the back here, you can see that there are these adjustable legs that you can use to adjust this to 3 different levels. So of course, flat is the first level. It's not really flat, it's more like a 5-degree ascent. Then you have the second level, which is these small legs here. And that is more of a 15-degree ascent. And finally, with these big legs here, you get a whopping, oh, that's huge. You get a whopping 25 degrees. And of course, as you're increasing the angle, don't worry about your computer falling off because, like I said, you have these pads to prevent it from smacking into your lap. Like I said, the stand is adjustable. And not only is it adjustable physically, but also electrically. You can adjust the brightness of the LEDs and also the speed of the fans. And you do that using this knob back here. Wait, no, this dial back here. So what you can do is you can use this to adjust the speed and the brightness of your LEDs. So as you can see, I just used it to turn off the fans. So if I go fully to the left, it turns it fully off, which might be a benefit to people who are just looking to use this on and off. They might want to have their computer always on the stand, but they might want to use the cooling feature only sometimes. You know, it's just a convenience feature. But you can always adjust it to your liking. Now, my first impression is that it doesn't look like the LEDs change in brightness based off of this knob, but it definitely sounds like the fans adjust. Give me a second to check out if the LEDs are adjusted using that dial. Okay, so according to the manual, it is supposed to be fan and lighting control, even though it says controlling fan speed. But it looks like they didn't advertise it correctly because it doesn't look like this LED changes at all. However, you know, thinking about this in retrospect, it might not be that big of a deal because you put your computer on top of it anyway. Which means that you don't really have to worry about seeing the LEDs at all. Anyway, let me face this around so that you can see what it looks like. Hold on. Okay, we were just updating some printer software there. But as you can see, this is what the computer looks like when it's fully mounted. And like I said, these pads here are to prevent your computer from falling down onto your lap. But it looks like this computer can stay on the stand just by pure friction. So these are only secondary. But anyway, from the side, this is what the side profile looks like. And one additional thing that they have, this is the last thing, is that they have one additional USB port to plug any peripherals through, like a charger. And I guess this sort of makes up for the USB port that they take up on your computer. So in the end, you don't gain a USB port and you don't lose a USB port. And it's also beneficial that this is powered by a USB rather than an AC adapter, which might be connected to the wall. This one is self-contained, which means that if you, for example, wanted to use it on a bed or a couch, you could just bring the entire assembly up instead of having to get tangled with wires that go to the wall. Alright, so we've reached the end of the first impressions. In my opinion, I very much like it. And just to recap, all the features on this are 5 fans, 4 small ones and 1 big one. Adjustability in not only the angle or the height, but also the control for the fans. And finally, LEDs, which I think personally Hizami is going to like very much. But anyway, that's the end of it. I'm Aiman, and thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the reviews, the unboxings, and the first impressions. And I'll see you there. But for now, signing out. Peace.